Welcome to Advertising Champions, where we feature leaders shaping the future of marketing. Today, I have the pleasure of being able to meet with Dave Perron. He's the CEO of Everyday Marketing Services. Dave, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thanks so much for having me. It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. It's been a while. It's been a long time coming. I have to get you out in front of people so that they can understand why I want you in front of everybody. Dave, tell us a little bit about Everyday Marketing Services. Where did it come from, and where did you come up with the concepts behind it?
Basically, after almost a decade in the digital space, getting close to customers and whatnot, I used to work for like large agencies and dealt with a lot of clients. And then from there, I just realized that, I like to provide a more like customized customized solutions for clients. And it kind of evolved from there. And I had a client once, I was like, you know what, you should start your own thing and you should call it Everyday Marketing Services. And it was kind of funny and it kind of stayed with me. And then eventually that's what happened. So that's how the name was born. And it's pretty broad. Every day, it's because literally marketing is so broad. So technically, that is my main brand, and I've niched down into a couple sub brands. One specifically for contractors, so contractors marketing solutions and med spa marketing solutions. But basically, that's been my main brand, and that's kind of how it came to life because it involves so much, right? So it's everything from digital strategy, marketing, like consulting, from websites and how to advertise it, and SEO, and kind of all of that fun stuff related to digital marketing. So that's the broad brand, which covers quite a bit.
Yeah, it's marketing is very broad, but at the same time, when it's customized, when you're building it specifically for that client, you can dive into those nuances of the business and get a good feel for what is going to drive results versus necessarily what I call the spray and pray approach. Like, here's a message. I hope that it resonates with somebody. I don't know who, but it might resonate, right? Everyday Marketing Services really dives into the details better so that you get better results for that, from my understanding. Um, what really drove the concept behind making sure that everything is customized?
Working from large agencies, it's kind of like not like the McDonald's approach, but some companies are so large that you just have a large team and it's just like you do this, you do that. There's no like personal contact with the client. And for me, dealing with them, I'm the person that they meet because I'm the hybrid between marketing and sales. So I came from sales, but then anytime there's any issues, the clients all come to me. And I really like solving those problems. And I realized that I could only go so deep because I was kind of like within a box. So now
Mhm.
creating my own thing, I realized that I can go as deep as I want. And I don't like to just sell things. I like to sometimes not what people sometimes they don't know exactly specifically what they want. So that's why it's really identifying that and making sure you don't just sell them something, you sell them what they need to make sure you can develop like a long term relationship. And that's kind of how it evolved into me providing customized solutions because it's never the exact same, but anything custom always takes a little bit more time and effort. And now I have the
Mhm.
freedom to do that, and it's much more enjoyable, I find, and beneficial for both parties. So that's kind of how it evolved into that.
Wow, fantastic. Yeah, and you're doing an incredible job at being able to do that with your clients, and then also the people that you're working with and everything else. You're really diving into depth. So something that I like to ask anybody that comes on the show is, for anybody entering into the industry, say they're a consultant or they're currently working in a company looking at getting into the agency space or starting their own, what is the one piece of advice that you would offer them before they ever dive in?
Or like they say, always do what you love, right? You don't just want to get into it because you think having an agency is going to be glamorous and you're going to make tons of money. You want to do it because you feel like you provide value, and being knowing what you're very good at and how you could add to a team. Or sometimes people have a marketing team, so I always work as I'm an extended part of that marketing team. So it's important
Mhm.
to know that you're there to help. Either sometimes they don't have one, so you fully replace it, and sometimes you just complement them with the skill set that they may not know, because a lot of marketing positions are not like super advanced in digital, and they may have things that are outdated, Or when I work with contractors, they may have a complete lack of a marketing department altogether. So that's kind of my best advice is, be very specific at what you can offer and make sure that it's beneficial to the company. You don't want to implement like strategies that are just because. You want to make sure that it's done with intent for the greater good of building brands, which is the fun part, which is what I love to do.
Thank you so much thank you so much, Dave, for coming on the show today. For anybody that would like to learn more about everyday marketing services and Dave Perron, visit digitalchampionstv.com.
Cut.
Thank you for your time.
We've been around for 16 years, working with clients, with thousands of clients. We're working with agencies to be able to scale them and grow them and provide them services that would cost them way more than it would for them to do it themselves. Anything oriented around lead generation, video creation, web design, we're full service, so we can really serve most people.